So, good evening. Let me take my glasses off, and it's so lovely to be back again. Hope you've had a lovely Easter weekend if you're celebrating, and the weather has just been glorious in the UK today, so we have been blessed. So, I'm just going to wait for a few people to come on. I'm going to put my goggles on just so I can see what I need to do before we get started. So, we'll get started at 8 o'clock. And I've picked a few questions this evening, and I've deliberately picked the ones that typically come out the most popular questions that I get asked. So I picked these out so we can run through these shortly, and I hope that I'm going to give you tremendous value in what I teach this evening as well. And if you are watching on replay, because I know that not everyone can get on at 8 p.m. So if you're watching on replay, hashtag replay, and it just helps me find out a little bit about the time that you come on, and it helps me see if I can work with those times, so I can give you the best value. So I want to get started, and my first question that I wanted to run with was, why do I react so fast and then regret this so quickly after? So I react and I think after the words have been projected. Now this is a really common question that comes up, because so many people are aware of the behavior that keeps coming up, but they don't know how to shift it. And they think, well, I'm mindful that I'm aware of it, so why can't I bring the change? Why do I keep repeating a behavior that I'm aware of and I want to shut down? I just don't want to have this. I don't want to have this anymore. And the reason why you repeat a behaviour and you become reactive is because you're not aware of the triggers. So it's not so much you're not aware of the negative behaviour and the negative things you say, but you're not aware of what triggers you. So in order to take control of what's happening for you, what you need to do is you need to get some clarity on what those triggers look like. So is it a certain person? Is it a certain situation? Is it a particular thing that gets said to you? You must identify what that trigger is. And another really valuable tool that I can give you is get self-aware of what happens when you experience that trigger. So it might be something somebody says to you. Where do you feel it? Do you get a feeling in your stomach, in your gut? Do you get a tightening in the chest? Now you're going to experience a feeling in your body. Your physiology is going to change, and it's important that you get familiar with that. So sometimes when people get angry, they feel it in their gut. They can just feel things changing in their body, and this is one of the most powerful things you can do, and identifying your triggers as well. So for the person that asked, why do I react so fast, and then think after, that was my response to you. And I hope this has helped so many people that are watching this video, whether you're watching now or on replay. Thank you so much, because I think you're going to get a lot of value. And this is a response to somebody, but it's also a response to you all as well, that you must get aware of your triggers, and you must recognize the warning signs in your body that you're about to get triggered. And your brain is wired to keep you safe. It's not wired to make you have successful relationships. Your brain is wired to keep you safe. So anytime you become uncomfortable, anytime you feel out of sync, your brain is now on auto alert, searching for what that is. Your brain is going to go into protection mode, fight or flight, which means that you're going to project, if you're not aware of those triggers, it's going to project from your subconscious, and this is why you're reactive. So it's really important, as I say, the triggers and the changes, the chemical changes in your body, which will come as like a tightening in the chest, or will have like a sensation in your stomach as well. So some people also get like a jittery feeling, and it's almost like the shivers, but it's just like your nervous system has really kicked in now, and you like, it's almost like a physical shake. So just pay attention to what happens in your body as well. Now the next question is, why do I feel everyone is out to attack me and make me feel bad? Why do I feel like I can't trust people, like they're out to do something bad, attack me, make me feel bad? And the response that I would give to that question is, look, you need to tap into where this has come from. Now, typically, when we feel like we're not in a safe space, when we feel that people can't be trusted and they're going to attack us, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is fact. This means that sometime in your life you had an experience where you found yourself in an unsafe space, and this could be with family or people that you trusted, and you was let down, you was attacked, you was isolated, you was made to feel bad about yourself. And what happens is, when we have this sense of not feeling like we're in a safe space, that can be a warning sign. So it could be fact, it could be fact that these people can't be trusted. But if you have this feeling in more than one environment, so if you're having it with family and friends, if you're having it in your relationship, if you're having it with in more than one situation, so it could be your workplace as well, then all around business associates, then I want you to ask yourself, is there a pattern? Is there a pattern? Do I feel this way in more than one environment? And if the answer is yes, then this is most likely going to be associated with a wound that hasn't been resolved, a wound that hasn't even had a trauma, that hasn't had the attention that it's needed for you to process and make sense of. So what I would do for you is, I would go into a quiet room, I would go into a quiet room and I would brain dump. Now, everybody that knows me and works with me knows that one of my super powerful tools, and I say it's a super powerful because it can help you get clarity on a number of things. So go into a quiet room where you won't be disturbed. If you've got children, tell them, can I have 10-15 minutes, and I want you to spend at least 15 minutes. I want you to put on some soundscape, some Zen music, it might be instrumental, just relaxing music. I use the Calm app, but you can use YouTube. I just don't like YouTube because it has lots of ads on, more so now than ever. So get yourself into a quiet place, and what I want you to do is, I want you to brain dump. Why do I believe that people are out to attack me? Now, if this is only in one space, then I'll give you some feedback on that after. But this is if you're seeing a pattern now. I feel this way in this group of people, with this group of people. Now, that's going to be relating to trauma. So what I want you to do is just brain dump and ask the question, Why do I feel like I'm being attacked in this situation? I want you to brain dump it down. I just want you to put what comes to your head in the first instance. The power of brain dumping is we don't allow our brains to consciously question whether it was a safe answer or not. We just put the words down. You can shred it after, it doesn't have to be visible for anyone else to see, but I want you to get it down on paper, because this is going to be where your truth is. This is going to be where it reveals to you exactly why. Why do I feel attacked? Is it that in this space I don't feel safe? I want you to really, really think about it. And once you've got it down on paper, I want you to have a look. Now, if you want to be like, go full out on this, you can brain dump for every environment and cross-reference the thoughts that came to you. But there will be a pattern. There will be a pattern. And then you can ask yourself the question, and I want you to give yourself a break between any brain dumping, so at least like 20-30 minutes. Clear your mind, start again, to find out, where did I feel attacked in the past? Where did I feel attacked, and who did I feel attacked by? See, what happens when we're growing up and we're experiencing life, we get conditioned. So it may be that for you, home wasn't a safe space, or it could have been externally wasn't a safe space. So it could have been the school environment was a safe space. It could be the childminder that wasn't a safe space. But it's getting clarity on where that unsafe space was and why you felt threatened at that particular time and what happened to you. Because what happens is, when you can recognize them, excuse me, because my cat is on top of my desk now. Monty, you are being a pain this evening. I said you could come in if you was going to behave. He's sat on the top of my desk. You won't be able to see unless he jumps down, and I hope he doesn't do that. But my point to you, let's go back, is when we feel, if you felt unsafe in an external situation as a child, then it may be that people outside the family home you now still feel unsafe with. And if your unsafe space was in the home, then the people closest to you you're still going to feel unsafe in that context, even though now the situation has changed, and even though these people are, good people now, and it's different people in your life, but the people closest to you, you will still feel on alert. So that's going to trigger you in many ways, because you'll now have got the defense systems up before anything has happened. So you've got heightened levels of cortisol. Your body's in fight or flight, because now, like, the chemical reaction is kicked in, because now you're feeling I have to be guarded in these safe spaces. So it only takes a person to say the smallest thing and you will get triggered. You will get triggered, and you will get triggered because you're already subconsciously on auto alert. And then when the brain then perceives that there's actually, you're then made to feel uncomfortable, it's going to be like the alarm bells in your brain, everything's flashing red and everything's going off, and that's why you're getting triggered. So thank you for sharing that question with me, because it really was a super powerful question, and I'm sure it's going to help many, many people. Now, if you are the person that this only happens with a certain group of people, it only happens in one environment and elsewhere you're fine, then it's more than likely the environment, the people, that you need to ask yourself, you know, what has happened, or why do I feel this way? And again, you can brain dump it, you can use the brain dumping tool, but it's really important that you get to find now. Usually, when we're feeling this way and we've got that gut instinct, it's really important to listen. It's really important to listen to your gut instinct and what it's trying to tell you. But if it's you're experiencing it in more than one environment, you know, 2 or 3 environments, then this is something that's unresolved and is going to keep coming back unless you do the work as well. So I teach a lot about the inner child and certain exercises as well to really help you understand what's going on for you. And it's such a powerful insight when we're looking at our inner child, because typically what we've done with life is we've just covered over it. So we've had trauma in the past, whether that's growing up or as a young child, and we've had trauma, and then we've kind of got on with life. And it's only when a situation happens or somebody says something that makes us feel as we did back then that we get triggered. So I just want to say thank you for the feedback, the questions, because this is your time. The lives are your time to really, really get some value from the group as well, where I come on, answer your questions, and really feedback some helpful tools and strategies that you can use in your relationships. So if you're watching on replay, please tick #replay and just give me a time that you checked in on as well, just in case Facebook doesn't give it to me, just so I can see if I can do a bit more of a perfect time for the majority of you. That would be great as well. So thank you so much, and I'm glad, Monty, you stayed up there and didn't disturb us, because you've been really good. Usually he does dive bombs, so literally this bookcase behind me, he has been known, and he's scowling at me right now looking because he knows I'm talking about him. He literally dive bombs from onto the chair. Yeah, he's being good tonight. But thank you so much. And if you do have a question for me, and I will never say your name, so rest assured that if I'm feeding back, this is just like me feeding back in real time with no names mentioned. It's not about anyone feeling vulnerable or feeling judged or feeling I can't ask Maria that question because she's going to say my name. The point of this group is to give you tremendous value, to give you a place where you can be open, transparent, and really get to the core root of what's going on in your relationships, you know. And it's a non-judgmental environment as well, so any judgmental comments and that will be deleted, and then obviously a person that repeats that won't be kept in the group. So this is a safe space, and I really, really wanted to do this because it's a challenge when we've got behaviours, and I know from experience because I was the reactive parent, I was the reactive person in my relationships that really didn't know any of this back in the day. And the only reason why I'm teaching it is because I know how many parents and people in relationships get stuck. They get stuck because they really don't know what, you know, they know they want to change, but they don't know how. And they get frustrated because, like myself, I knew the behaviour I wanted to change, but I kept repeating it. And at some point you think to yourself, well, this doesn't make any sense because I know not to, so why do I keep repeating it? And as I say, when we don't know what our triggers are, that's when we get stuck. So all I can say to you is make some notes. You can replay this, play it over again, take as many notes as you want, and really take the time to do the work. And come into the group as well, and feel free to post in the group as well, and let me know how you're getting on as well. So, and if anybody's got any takeaways from the answers this evening, please let me know in comments below as well. I'd really appreciate that too. Take care, and I will see you soon.